those who are successful in this need to come in with the proper mindset that they're coming in based on this set of strategies. They're coming in because they want to buy based on this set of conditions. And I highly implore you, set those rules, set those conditions, set those strategies, set those signals that you will only buy when this condition happen. You will only sell when these conditions happen. But above and beyond that, the mindset that investing in crypto, investing in NFTs, investing in stocks, it's not the lottery. Over the past few, weeks or months, we've talked a lot about strategy. We've talked a lot about the technicalities. Even from a perspective of looking at crypto, we've talked about underlying tokenomics, use cases, utility, and everything else in between. But what I want to go back on and what I want to share to all of you, which I think is very, very important, is laying out the proper foundation before you even get into an investment, laying out the proper mindset into everything. Me doubling down and sharing different ideologies on crypto somehow also deviated me from talking about sound principles in investing, which is something that I've been doing over and over, especially when I was talking more about the stock market. Don't get me wrong, up until now, May 2022, I'm still a big fan of the stock market. It's just that there's so many things that's so fascinating about the crypto space that it's worth talking about. Above and beyond that, the rudiments and the things that are so important to become successful in investing in the stock market or even trading is also the same rudiments that will allow you also to be successful in the world of crypto, because at the end of the day, there's a reason why it's principles. They work in season and out of season. That's why a lot of the investing rules and principles have spanned the test of time. A lot of people who are in crypto don't even like Warren Buffett because of his stand about Bitcoin. But what's interesting about that, when he says stuff, he actually lives it and he would do it. When he says that what I don't know, I won't touch, or he wouldn't invest in something that he does not understand. And I think that's one of the fundamental reasons also that's why he's not into Bitcoin. It's something, at least from his opinion, he doesn't really understand as much. That's why he's not putting in any money there, and that has protected him also. And that's something that's very, very important to everyone watching this, that the whole intent of you is to set your own rules, to set your own ideologies. And I think that's what's going to give you the foundation on how you're supposed to go about your investments and your money as well. Because at the end of it all, I may sound like someone who says things over and over, but it's real. It's not something that's one size fit all. Ultimately, what will guide you and what will help you as an investor is having the right mindset and having the right approach into this. And I've seen a lot of people enter the crypto space thinking that it's a jackpot, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, it's something that will change your life and your destiny and the trajectory of how you do things forever, which in all intents and purposes, it happens. We've seen it happen to a lot of people, but it's that jackpot mindset that will get you in trouble. Let me cite a story. I have a friend who has been very, very much into the entire Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem, from BAYC to Mutant up until now into Other Deeds and ApeCoin. The thing about that is this: it was sold into the particular system early on, and to see how BAYC has moved from its price below 1 ETH to 1 ETH to 2 ETH to 5 ETH to 10 ETH to 20 ETH to 50 ETH to 100 ETH. And given that in between there have been massive corrections also, please do note also, while I'm recording this, we've seen BAYC Bored Ape from 150 go below 100 ETH. What does that actually mean? That those who are successful in this need to come in with the proper mindset that they're coming in based on this set of strategies. They're coming in because they want to buy based on this set of conditions. And I highly implore you, set those rules, set those conditions, set those strategies, set those signals that you will only buy when this condition happen. You will only sell when these conditions happen. But above and beyond that, the mindset that investing in crypto, investing in NFTs, investing in stocks, it's not the lottery. It's not a jackpot. It's not something that you do it hoping against all hope that you could hit something. You don't do it like that. The way to win is to do it methodically. The way to win is to do it strategically. The way to win is that you have scenarios created that if the market goes here, it drops, this is what I'm actually doing. If the market goes up, this is what I'm actually doing. That you create a framework that there are certain things that you can't control, but should those scenarios happen, this is what you will do. We can't control the market, but we can't control how we react to the market. We can't control how big the price drops will be, but what we can control, are we avoiding this while it's falling, or are we adding? If we're adding, are we tranching up? If we're tranching up, what part of our portfolio are we actually allocating into this? If the market is dropping, what are the particular stocks or coins that I'm actually putting into, that I'm spending a lot of time and attention on? Because ultimately that will play a big difference. And I've said this in, I think, the video yesterday, that these are just all cycles. What goes up goes down, what's down will also go up. And a bigger question is that while it's down, which is what we're actually seeing right now, what are you actually doing? I think it's also based on perspective and entry points, because those who entered crypto 2018 when Bitcoin was 3,000, Ethereum was 200, they may have lost a bit of upside from where it was at its highest point, but they're still up. Versus those who entered also when the market was relatively bullish last year, they may not be in a position that's up, versus those who came in at 2018. And also versus those who came in at 2013, those who started early are the ones, in my opinion, that have diamond hands, because also when markets drop, they're not the ones that are panicking, but they have a plan. I want to say this, that fix your mindset, fix your time frame, that it always has to be having the proper mindset into all of this. And people always stress a lot of techniques and ambitions when it comes to trading and investing and the proper rudiments. Those are all tools, but it always comes back to having the proper mindset and what you're supposed to do with it. Because I don't want people that when it's down, it severely batters their entire financial profile or their financial portfolio, that some of them will be in debt or they used up their life savings. Don't do that. It's never a jackpot approach. It should never be like that. It should be something based on sound financial decisions. Ultimately, you have to treat your investing like a business. You have to treat your investing like you would take your career, that it's something that you have to do strategically. It's something that you have to do methodically. Think about your office work. Even if you don't feel like going to the office, you still do, because it's something that's needed. It's something that's required. You have to log in a certain number of minutes, or if you're supposed to read something that's part of the next project that you would enter into, you would have to take the time to actually do it. In the same way with investing, I think it should be like that. For example, for people who are in sales, that before you approach a particular client, you already would read up on a lot of the underlying things about the client that you are talking to. I think that's one thing that's very, very important. And what surprises me is when people come into the crypto space or even the stock market, they take lesser amount of time to research on the coin or the token or the stock that they're buying, versus in real life when they meet up a client or they pitch something, there's hours and hours of research that's actually done there. What you're doing with your work is something that you should also deploy, is something that you should also apply to the way you would also invest. It should be also something in terms of narratives and perspectives. The same work ethic that you have for your job and your business is the same work ethic that you put in for your investments, because that's what differentiates it also from just purely investing in mutual funds. When you invest in mutual funds, the decision point to execute at certain times and what to pick and what to select is not anymore your decision. But when you come into wide open spaces of crypto, NFTs, and stocks, the decision is yours and the risk management is yours, and the time that you would take to execute is all yours and based on your own strategy alone. So I'm saying this because if you want to be serious in this space, spend a lot of time, spend a lot of attention to build the necessary skills to be able to help you, to be able to have the conviction to know what you're getting into. So especially in times like this, because when you know what you're getting into, in times like this, you won't be rattled, and you would be the one double downing on projects that you actually know. You would be the one double downing on projects that you actually feel are worth getting into. So there, I just want to end it with that. Investing is not a jackpot. That if your goal is to get a jackpot, then maybe you get a jackpot which happens once, which happens twice. But the goal here is to build something that's sustainable, that you can do over and over, no matter what season you are in, or age you are in, or country you're from, that you get to do it repeatedly over the long term. So that's it for now. Marvingermo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.